Hey guys, T Glizzy here, and in today's Destiny 2 video, we're going to be taking a look at a build for the Heir Apparent. This is a brand new HMG brought to us inside of the Guardian games, and to unlock this exotic HMG, all you simply have to do is complete the Class Act Triumph under the Guardian Games tab. So what this means is completing 7 of the Guardian Game Triumphs to unlock this exotic. Once you do complete all 7 of those triumphs, then you will be rewarded with the Heir Apparent. So this Heir Apparent build is going to be centered around the Actium War Rig exotic. So this exotic is going to reload our machine gun as we are firing it. So this is hands down the best Titan exotic when you are using a machine gun. So we are going to be pairing this exotic out with 2 machine gun reserve mods. So this is going to take our Heir Apparent from only carrying 500 ammo to a total of 540 ammo. This is going to come in handy when it comes to putting out more total damage, and this is going to be really nice for out damaging most of the guns in Destiny. So now looking at the mods that are going to be associated with this build, our first mod here we have is Taking Charge. Become charged with light by picking up an orb of light. So now moving on to our next mod here, we have High Energy Fire. While charged with light, gain a bonus to weapon damage, and each defeated combatant consumes 1 stack of our charge with light. So pairing this up with Taking Charge is going to work really nice. Anytime we collect an orb, it's going to make us charge with light, giving us a 20% buff. So now looking at our next mod here, we have Grasp of the Warmind. You can pick up, carry, and throw Warmind cells. Once thrown, a Warmind cell cannot be picked up again. So this is going to be really nice for manipulating where we want our Warmind cell to go. So if the Warmind cell doesn't drop in the exact spot we need it to be at, we can just pick our Warmind cell up and move it to where we need it. So now looking at our final mod, we have Power of Rasputin. You gain a bonus to weapon damage against enemies that are near your Warmind cells. So this is going to work really nice when we pair it out with our Grasp of the Warmind. So this means we can actually pick up our buff and we can move it to where we need it to be at. So if our Warmind cell spawns in a location that we don't like, we can pick up our Warmind cell and then put it somewhere that we need it, so we can apply this 10% buff anywhere we need it on the battlefield. So finally, to finish off this build, we need a global debuff. So we're going to be using Top Tree Sunbreaker. Global debuffs are considered things like Divinity, Tractor Cannon, Fellwinter's Helm, and Tether. These are all considered global debuffs, and global debuffs cannot stack. So what we are going to be doing here is running our Top Tree Sunbreaker. But if we are playing something like a group activity and Divinity is present, then this means we can switch off a Sunbreaker and we can use something like Bubble and be getting a lot more damage than what's shown today. So in this damage demonstration, I am using Top Tree Sunbreaker, but if we are using a group activity as an example, we can use something like a Bubble Titan and then also pair this up with Divinity, and we'll get an even higher number than what's present today. So while using this build, I was able to get a total of a 70% damage increase on my Heir Apparent's damage. So the base value of the Heir Apparent was 1,193, and then when applying the 70% damage increase to it, I was able to get that total bullet damage up to 2,049 per bullet, which is really good. So when we look at the reserves on this weapon is able to carry 540 in its reserves. So 540 times 2,049 means we are able to do a little bit above 1.1 million damage. So with this weapon's total damage being 1.1 million, this weapon is more optimal for boss fights that you have a long damage window. So long damage window boss fights is stuff like Zolmak. Zolmak gives you quite a bit of time to lay into him and do a lot of damage, and this is where this weapon absolutely exceeds. With its overshield and being able to just lay into him with rounds, you'll be able to take Zolmak down with ease. He has a very long damage window, so you'll be able to fire off all of this weapon's reserves and you'll be down to 0 ammo by the end of his damage window. There are certain bosses where you just don't have that much time. Like the Sanctified Mine, you would not be able to use this build because there just isn't enough time to put out that damage. So for its DPS, it doesn't do too well in the DPS department, but for its total damage, it just takes the cup, and it is definitely the best weapon in the game when it comes to total damage. But if you guys did enjoy this Destiny 2 video, please be sure to let me know by slamming that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And I've been your boy T Glizzy. It's been my awesome viewers, and I'll see you guys in another. Peace.